It is time for your WWE Smackdown review. Kevin Owens is going to get a shot at Randy Orton next week. But who cares? Do you? I don't. Let's do this. WWE Smackdown is over, but now it's time to take your privates out, to get lubed up real good, and get ready for the show. Roode.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Hello everybody there, right there on the Joe Cronin Show. It's a hardcore legend, Mick Foley, wishing you and everyone the very best.
You're listening to the Joe Cronin Show. Who's your daddy now?
Alrighty then. That was Smackdown for you. You guys awake? Everybody awake? I decided to go with the blue background tonight because it brings out the blue in my eyes. Sorry. But no, seriously, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good night. We'll talk about WWE Smackdown. I think, man, I don't know. Sleeper show tonight for me. That might have been worse than Raw. Because you know what? In a way, I felt almost like I just watched a 3-hour show, but it was a 2-hour show. Very weird. Very weird SmackDown show. That was just not a good show, man. As far as I'm concerned, it wasn't good. What did you guys think in the chat? Leave me your rating of the show tonight, and we'll break it down from the beginning to the end here. Although, I won't go through it too much because, God, it was insufferable to me already. Just a very delicate, soft direction. Why not have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, do something horrible to somebody to the point where, Randy Orton wants to get at them next week or get, whatever, in a 2-on-1 match or something. And, they're about to be fired, but they're not fired because Randy Orton was thrown through a glass window in the back or something like that. Why not have that happen? Why not have, when they're going in the back and trying to get people, and maybe Randy's not there, maybe he's away or something. I don't know. Is he on the tour in India? Like, I don't know what the fuck is even happening. Was he there tonight? I don't even know. I might have missed it. I tuned out so many different times. But you know what? Why not have Orton or something like that, a setup, or somebody, whoever they're going to fight next week, set up. We're in the back. They're asking people if they'll be on their side in the Lumberjack match. And then all of a sudden they could get in a fight with somebody, and Sami and Owens could put someone face first through a mirror, and there could be a little bit of blood maybe, whatever. Or even if we don't see blood, the guy's out, and then we see a stitch across his head that maybe it's fake, But whatever. And then have somebody like, I'm going to kick both of your asses next week. I want both of their asses next week to Shane or somebody. Well, they're going to be fired probably tonight. No, they can't be fired because I'm going to tear their hearts out or whatever. And then, have a 2-on-1 match like that. That means more than whatever they just did. Oh, well, you're not fired because next week you have Randy Orton. You might as well just said, Well, you know what? Next week, everybody here. Shane, Daniel Bryan's talking to Kevin Owens. Well, Daniel. Well, you know what, Kevin Owens, you got to be here because next week you're gonna have. Actually, you're all gonna have AIDS, because that's what it was like. It was as if Daniel Bryan turned his head to the fucking camera and said, "You will all have AIDS." Randy Orton. That's the story. That's the exciting thing that I'm going to see next week from that. Get the fuck out of here. I'm more excited to see what happens to Ruby Riott and all those people. And that even confused me. They're up from NXT. They called 6 women up. Jesus Christ. All the women are coming up here. But whatever. Jesus, man. I don't know. What did you guys think in the chat? Let's see what you guys have to say. I got donations popping up. We'll get those going here for you guys. Obviously, you guys are the ones that support the show. If you can, I will take phone calls in a few minutes. I'll let you know when I'm taking calls. That way you don't have to keep calling a million times when I'm not even taking the calls. I will let you guys know when the line is open. But yeah, right now is the time to support. If you like the show, if you like the podcasts I do, this is the time to do it towards the end of the month on Patreon. However, just keep in mind once again that on the 1st you are charged. So if you signed up now, you'd be charged again on the 1st. So whatever you sign up as, you'll be charged again on the 1st for it. So maybe think about doing it on December, 2nd or 3rd or something like that instead. But it is appreciated if you do sign up early for the short month here. And we'll be live tonight on Patreon with some bonus talk. I'm going to shoot hard on a couple things. One of the things I'm going to shoot on is that fucking 4-eyed fuck CM Pulse. But you know what? Let me get the event list pulled up here so we can see this shit. And also, it's been doing really well today. I want to say thank you to everybody who bought one, who grabbed one already, because yeah, I didn't expect it to be so hot right off the bat. Also want to give a shout out to Shell, who donated $150 this morning. Just no reason, I guess. She just dropped $150 to support the show this morning while she was in the hospital. It didn't even wasn't live, nothing. It was just, she was just like, "Yo, here's $150, $150." And we'll play the clip of Tommy from the other night, which was fucking hilarious. This guy said a goddamn something impaled his cat or something. I mean, I feel terrible laughing about it, but Jesus Christ, what the hell, But here is the new T-shirt. There's going to be another new one coming out next week. But, again, if you're a patron, this is really important. If you are a patron, make sure you log into your patron app or account.
I don't get these NXT women call-ups. None of these 5 women have had a match on a takeover.
I don't get it either.
Why not Nikki Cross or Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, whose gimmick will bring more to main roster?
You just answered your own question, Rated R Superstar. Rated R Superstar, thank you for the $5. These women have not gotten their own match on NXT TakeOver. The reason is, I believe WWE doesn't feel that they are at the level. They're not at the level of the women that have been main eventing NXT TakeOvers. And I think they actually believe that they may never be at the level, or it will take a lot longer time for them to get at the level, and it's a waste for them to be down there doing it. Now, I would argue that probably Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan could have a pretty good match on a TakeOver at some point, but whatever. At this point, WWE maybe not seeing it that way, so they're bringing these women up because they're more valuable to join the roster right now and have an impact on a storyline in the main roster than they do to be individually successful as athletes and entertaining on an NXT TakeOver. There may also be a reason, motivation behind it, because they're going to do a female Royal Rumble this year. And if they're going to do a female Royal Rumble this year, they may be also doing it for that reason. But I really think it's what I just said, which is, hey, we've got a bunch of what they considered. I'm not saying I consider them, but I'm saying WWE may consider these women to be B and C plus players. That doesn't mean anything wrong. That's not bad. A D player is bad. An F player is bad. But they may consider these women to be Bs and Cs, and therefore right now they're really only getting the As involved in the takeovers and in most of the storylines in NXT. So you know what? They would be more, it's wasting their time to be down there. This is the same thing as Jimmy Garoppolo being traded from the New England Patriots, right? Tom Brady is performing at a high level at the age he's at. You would think that you're ready to unload him to move Jimmy Garoppolo, who can be a star quarterback, up to the starting position. But Brady just won't let go, and he's too goddamn good. But Jimmy Garoppolo is very, very good as well. And you almost want to be spoiled and put Jimmy Garoppolo on pause until for another 5 years until Tom Brady leaves and then move Garoppolo in. But that's not reality. That's not life. So what happens? Garoppolo gets traded to the 49ers because he's just too goddamn good. It's not, you could keep him, but it's just not fair to him. And it's a waste. So they did, and they wanted to help their buddies in San Francisco out, by the way, because Bill Belichick has a connection. I will play your donations in a second, but Rated R Superstar, thanks for the $5. So rather than keep, and I'm not saying these girls are Tom Brady, I'm saying they're like kind of like Garoppolo. They're potential talent that really has hit a ceiling in NXT, I think they believe, especially Liv Morgan. She's been there a long time now, and she just keeps getting passed by person after person, and it's like, well, listen, this girl's good, but she's a B or a C. And you know what? She's never going to make that spot because it's just not working. And even the people aren't behind her enough. If the people were screaming Liv Morgan's name all the time, she may get that chance based off popularity. But because that hasn't happened either, people like her but don't love her, you know? So move her up to the roster, and then there's another attack. And it's weird that these women came up last night, and now these women are coming up tonight. And they may be under these certain contracts now, too. So they want to finish off their contract or update their contract, you know, get them out of their NXT one, give them a 6-month one, give them a 1 year, whatever it is, on the main roster, and start moving this talent. It's either going to stick or it's not, and they're going to be moved out. I mean, one of those things. Keep the train moving. There's only so many seats on the plane, so many seats on the bus that WWE can keep paying for down in NXT. And they want to shuffle in some new talent and get some blood moving here. So I think that's what you're seeing. I think we saw it with sort of Dana Brooke before, too, when she got called up. Although she was also a surprise when she got called up. And she was, I would say, a C. She might be the D player. I mean, I don't know. She's a C player. Great entrance music, great entrance. She had a great look. Now she looks weird. I don't know what happened. But she used to look athletic and fit and crazy. But anyway, now she looks, I don't even want to say it. I feel mean. And I think she might have a medical issue. But that being said, guys, the new... Oh, fuck it. She looks like Miss Piggy. The new... real as fuck, brother. Real as fuck, like my Twitter handle. The new Cronin Club t-shirt. I have had my third person to ever design a shirt for me design this. And I hope you guys love it, and I hope you buy it. A lot of people have today already. We've almost made the money back for what it cost for the design. So if we can do that, that'd be nice. And I just want to tell you guys real quick, remember, really, really important, if you are a patron, if you're a patron, I put the link in the Patreon feed. Even if you're a $1 Patreon, I put the link in the feed. And you will save, I think it's 15%. So you could save, I think, $4 or $5 on this shirt. So you guys only have that 15% off. It's going to go past Black Friday, and it's on Patreon right now. Whatever you buy, it's 15% off. So make sure that you use that link on Patreon, and it counts for the sweatshirt, too. It's wintertime, and a lot of people said they wanted a sweatshirt. They get so many T-shirts. Well, there's the Cronin Club sweatshirt. It's only $29.99. It's not $39, not $49. It's fucking $29.99. I lowered it. I'm making almost not anything on it, so it's as low as possible. And there's a women's one as well. And so just wanted you guys to know that. So if you're not a patron, sign up on Patreon. It's only $1 a month, and you would get access to this coupon. So you could literally be a patron for another 3 months, and you would still have saved on the shirt. So just no-brainer to drop $1 on Patreon. But, of course, $5 on Patreon will get you the whole fucking Jinder Mahal asshole, or whatever the hell you want to say. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. It's popping up on the screen down below here. See a bunch of shit popping up. All this fucking bullshit's popping up everywhere. Anyway, let's get into a little bit of this, and I got your donations popping up too. We'll get to those as well. And we'll take your phone calls in a few minutes also. Shane says, Team SmackDown was so close Sunday, and Shane McMahon comes out and gives this kind of half-assed excuse for whatever the fuck he said. You know, in my opinion, if I was Shane McMahon, my speech would have gone something like this. Because what Shane said was kind of like weird. He sidestepped, you know, you lost. You're a fucking failure. And what he said really didn't make me feel confident in the brand going forward. He just kind of said, but we're the better brand. Well, what the fuck does that mean? You just lost to Raw. And then you come out here, Shane, and you just say, well, but we're the better brand, basically. What the hell does that mean? If I was Shane McMahon, I would have come out there and I would have said this. Sunday night at Survivor Series, we went to war with Monday Night Raw. A roster with more individuals on it because they have a 3-hour show, more superstars. But we brought just as much fury, just as much fire, and we were an AJ Styles win away, this close from taking out Raw and doing what I knew these guys could do. And on Sunday when we went into that pay-per-view, I looked at every single individual on this roster, minus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And by the way, maybe I wouldn't even bring up Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens, but I would have just said I would have looked at everybody on this roster in the eye, and I knew I believed in them. I believed that they could do it. And I see the confidence, the strength, and the desire in their eyes. And now I stand here on Tuesday night on SmackDown Live in front of you, and what's changed about that? Absolutely nothing. Because if I have to go to war again with Raw, don't worry, we'll be ready for it. Because Raw, you were this close to losing. And I now know, when I stare in the eyes of almost every individual in the back there, that they're ready to bring the fire, that they believe in themselves, and that we are and can be the superior brand. And going forward this year and into 2018, you're going to see that. Because as scary as we were on Sunday night for you, Raw, because as close as it was, it's going to be even more scarier because of how much we learned in that defeat. Now, I said I had confidence in almost every single person in the locker room, but there's two guys that I have zero confidence in. And I'm not even sure that they are men. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, I'm talking to you. You know, that type of deal. And then the music comes out, they come on out, and it's like, wow, holy shit, the brand feels fucking strong as shit with what he just said. He didn't just come out and say, well, we're better, even though we lost. But anyway, that's not what happened. So I thought the whole beginning was shit, and then I thought the Lumberjack thing was an all right idea based on what they had to work with in a way. But again, I still thought they could have planted seeds for a rivalry outside of the Lumberjack match and then set it up. I didn't want one of those situations where Zayn and fucking Owens go out of the ring and then they get in a fight with somebody and that's the guy they wrestle next week. I hate that. It would have been way better if they were going up to people in the locker room and they ran into like Randy Orton or they ran into somebody like that. And he said, and they said all this bullshit. And then, you know, Randy said something like, well, on Sunday night, you disrespected me. You disrespected you disrespected SmackDown. You disrespected the team. But more importantly, you two morons, you disrespected me. And then just fucking have Orton slap the shit out of Kevin Owens in the face. Pow! And then Orton look at him and then have fucking Sami Zayn low blow him. And then Orton and Zayn Kevin Owens and Zayn throw Orton face first into a mirror, smashes the mirror, and maybe he's bleeding a little bit. And then later on we can see Orton could come out and challenge them, or he could go to Shane and be like, I want both of them next week, 2-on-1 type of deal. You know, and then you could do so much more with something like that rather than the stupid Lumberjack schmoz that happened. And then at the end, just having Daniel Bryan be like in the back awkwardly. And then Kevin like, please don't fire me, Daniel. Please don't fire me. What the fuck was that? And then Daniel Bryan just to be like, well, you're not fired because you're going to face Randy Orton next week. Who cares? Who cares about that? I don't care about Orton anyway. I don't know if I would have cared enough even if they'd thrown his face into a mirror and smashed his head open. But still, this is worse than what I just said. I don't know, man. I'm just so pissed off about this stuff. And yes, I got a nice ECW hat. I got ECW and Star Wars on right now. Nobody can fucking touch me. By the way, for anybody that didn't see it earlier today, I went full fucking nerd. And thank you to whoever sent me that goddamn Starfleet outfit, because man, I lost my goddamn mind. If anybody hasn't seen this is why you gotta follow me on Twitter, because I'm a complete idiot. Yeah. I went full red shirt. I went full fucking red shirt earlier. But you know what? This is TNG. I try to tell people, this is the next generation, baby. Red shirts don't die on the next generation, except for in the first season. And red shirts don't really die, you know, above lieutenant commander, you know, for sure. So we're pretty safe here with the captain. Look at the captain rank here in the red. That don't happen. Okay, so I'll be just fine. I also want to shout out Gavin, my son, for modeling the Joe Cronin Show Pit of Spikes T-shirt that's also available on my Tees website. Teespring website. I'll put the link in the chat in a little while for the T-shirts. But again, if you're a Patreon, go over there. There's a link for it. Thanks to Gavin for modeling the Pit of Spikes. He asked me what that was from. I said, that's Mortal Kombat. It's my head going into Mortal Kombat. And, yeah. So I went full nerd today, you know, and I blame Maddie B, because you hooked me up with this Starfleet outfit. Man, what the hell? All I'm missing is the hole in the back of the pants for somebody to insert themselves. Oh, man. That look captivating right here. Look at that. Let me just color it up a little bit. Look at that. Can I be your captain? Yeah, this is upside down, by the way. It's upside down because I was hailing Hitler. Anyway, let's go to the donations. Let's see what you guys have to say, and I'll continue on with my SmackDown review.
10.
Oh, yeah. He is the perfect dark match.
Hey Joe, just woke up on that boring SmackDown.
It was bad.
These stories sicken. Did you like the photo I posted on Twitter?
I did.
Pretty soon the other half of the arena is going to be empty. So the 5 NXT girls plus Paige are heel. Just doesn't make sense.
Jeremy, I don't know, man. Listen, Jeremy, thanks for the $10, Jeremy. I really appreciate that. But yeah, as bad as if you were confused a little bit about Paige on Monday night with her faction, then you were like super confused with this faction tonight. Is what's her face? Ruby Riott, the leader of this one too. So the leader of both factions are weird goth chicks who have tattoos. Does Ruby Riott also have sex videos? Because I'd like to see that. And yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm a loser. Okay. Franken Castle, what's up, bro? We're going to talk all about all that shit on Patreon in a little while tonight. I'll be on there with a Q&A for you guys.
My name is Kane, and I'm donating.
Hey Joe, holy ballsack Batman. This show put me to sleep. Almost as bad as that vomit-inducing Raw last night. Tonight was virtually pointless. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton next week? Bludgeon Brothers were kinda cool, I suppose. #NyQuil SmackDown flavor.
Can we talk about how the Hey, thank you very much. That was Null Death. Null Death chiming in as always. Can we talk about how the Bludgeon Brothers looked like they were wearing Daniel Bryan's outfit?
Shitbum.
I agree with what you said. Ruby and Mandy I see making impacts. I'm just fan of Peyton and Billy, but I guess you gotta keep big names down there to keep the brand good night, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm a fan of them too. No doubt about it. Rated R Superstar. Thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 Shitbum Rated R. Rated R, you're another guy that keeps the show going with those donations, so thank you, man. You always do it. But seriously, Bludgeon Brothers, dude, they totally stole Daniel Bryan and Kane shit. You know what? You know what it looks like?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, McFoley? Fuck. No, it looks like if Kane and Leah said this earlier, which is what triggered me to think about this, because I thought he looked like Daniel Bryan. Let me see. Where's the fucking Bludgeon Brothers? If Kane and Daniel Bryan had sex and had babies, they would have come out looking like the Bludgeon Brothers outfits. Did you see them? They took the colors of Daniel Bryan. They took this weird stitching of Kane's shit. And they mixed it together. Thanks to whoever just subbed, by the way. And thanks to the Rated R Superstar. And now let's see what Brooks Bullington has to say. Can y'all sub to my YouTube? Brooks Bullington, I'm so close to 100 subs, doing a giveaway at 100. The shameless promotion. Brooks, thank you very much. Yeah, sure. Somebody sub to his channel. Give him 100. Man, you doing a giveaway at 100? Jesus Christ. I don't think I did a giveaway till I was at like 5,000. And even then, I couldn't even believe I was at 5,000. I was like, man, I'm at fucking 5,000 subs. That was back in, what, 2014? I don't remember what it was. I think I gave away... Oh, yeah, I gave away a Bray Wyatt, a signed Bray Wyatt card back in 2014. Then the guy that got it made a video shitting all over me. And, like, saying I should die and I'm a piece of shit. It was the weirdest fucking thing, and I never did another giveaway for a while after that. It was a long time after that until I did a giveaway. I said, fuck this, man. I just gave away my $20 fucking card. And some guy was a shithead to me. Scott, thank you very much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. We're having a goddamn subscription party now. So let's drink it in, man. And Big Show swallows. Maybe this is why the Big Show blocked me on Twitter. Damita Elliston, thank you for subbing. Big Show swallows. Well, guess what? So do I. God damn it. All right, so, yeah, I just couldn't believe that fucker just... That guy shit all over me, and I gave him a fucking card. It was the weirdest thing. Then he just made video after video about how I should die and shit. It was weird. And then I never acknowledged him again. I was like, man, could have given that card to my kid. I could have just kept it. I could have sold it on eBay. Especially at the time, I had I had $0. I had negative money in the bank at the time. And I gave away this card, and this fucking guy makes a video shitting all over me. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I can't even explain it to you guys enough. Net neutrality's in trouble again, guys. So they're just kind of like, well, you know what? We understand that none of you want Comcast and Verizon to take over, but we might just do this anyway. The FCC is so fucked. First of all, what they're doing now is fucked, and what the government's done is fucked. But what this would do would be even more fucked. So I mean, I don't know. If people like the idea of Comcast in charge of everything and fucking Verizon in charge of everything because we trust them so much, right? Yeah, Xfinity's done a great job over here. By the way, Comcast bought the right to be the only provider in my neighborhood here, in my town, in my city. So nobody else can come in here but them. So if they decided to splice the internet around and be like, you know what? We own Hulu, so fuck Netflix. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Because they're a monopoly, basically. But they're not a monopoly, because how do they get away with it? I don't know, because everything in this fucking country is corrupt. So, I guess, sure. Let's just fucking go with whatever the fuck the FCC, a Jit Paraj or Pazaz or whatever the fuck. Sounds like he should be the fucking goddamn president of India. I don't know why he's in charge of the FCC. But anyway, let's get to some... let's get back to Smackdown review. But yeah, they're trying to bring back the whole, take away that fucking net neutrality again. They just won't stop. You vote, and then when they're like, okay, the anger from all the people's gone away. Let's try it again now, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Neither system is right, though. You basically have to make a decision between the Matrix or Wall Street. That's the decision. We're in the Matrix right now, which is bad, but it could be worse if you give it to Wall Street. It's up to you guys. I say we fucking go. I'm just mad. What the fuck happened to my goddamn notes? I had my notes up here. I lost my fucking notes. God damn it. Let me get back into my notes on SmackDown or I'll lose my... Because I just barely remember what happened. I have to literally read the notes step by step to remember what happened tonight because it was like watching a fucking blur. Like, it was just weird. Okay. The Bryan and Shane shit just went on for fucking forever. Jey Uso versus Shelton Benjamin happened. And it was a decent little match that the two can have. And, man, Shelton Benjamin, I said this before, but I'll say it again. Shelton is so much bigger than you realize when you see him in the ring with anybody else, especially like the Usos and stuff like that. Because the Usos are pretty, big dudes. I mean, for the most part, they're about my size. They're a little bit bigger. The Usos are a little bit bigger than me, you know what I mean? Especially muscle mass and stuff. They just appear bigger. But Shelton is huge. Fucking agile, big, small dude.
What the hell did I just watch? Forget the bleach. Give me the cyanide. It works quicker. What up in the chat? Shell, glad you were here tonight.
Hey, Shell, thank you very much. JP Baker, thanks for the $5. Give me the cyanide, 'cause I'm ready to go. Give me the cyanide, 'cause I'm ready to go. Oh. I'm going to play Shell's donation earlier, too, in a few minutes, too. She also wanted me to say F Tommy's corpse. A phrase that I coined about a couple months back. F Tommy's corpse. Jey Uso versus Shelton Benjamin was all right, whatever, it happened, and then they moved on. Shelton hits the ring, goes for the Uso. Jey hits the super kick. He completely missed on the super kick, but it was sold very well. So from a certain camera angle, it looked great, but he did completely miss him. Gable tried to get involved. Jey takes him out. Uso comes off the top. Shelton counted, I think it was. And then I think Shelton hit him with pay dirt.
Shitbum!
And then won the match.
What's up, Joe? Raw 6 SmackDown 6. Well, at least our Celtics are playing good, don't know.
Yeah, man.
If Ruby Riott got a porn out, but she does have leaked nudes, I give the show out of 10.
Wow. 2.5 out of 10, says Nate from VA. Nate, what's up, man? Yeah, the Celtics are really, really doing well, man. What the fuck with this? Celtics are on fire. I actually watched a game the other night because I'm like, man, this is something different. This is weird. We see the women attack Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott. Man, I wish they'd attack me in a bathroom. I said that out loud. They attack Becky Lynch and Naomi and everything, whatever. Weird, shocking kind of in a way, like in a bizarre way. But now I get what they were doing now, so okay. Then we get the Hype Bros versus the Bludgeon Brothers, which was really, I just watched that to see what the entrance looked like. All right, it's all right music, you know. I wish their music got a little more epic towards the middle, towards the end. It doesn't. It just really very stern and it's, you know, fits their theme, I guess, anyway. So their outfits, like, I can't tell if their outfits are ridiculous or awesome. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I can't figure it out. But you know what? It beats whatever they were wearing before. You know, it didn't make any sense. They were still dressed like Wyatt family members. Now they have their own identity. So I like these colors, you know. I mean, it is a little bit weird, but at the same time, it might be maybe a little over the top, but I don't know. They're darker colors, though. I don't know. I'm down with it. Whatever. I like it. I'm going to say I like it. I don't necessarily love their finishing move, though. That was kind of lame. Just a double powerbomb, kind of. I feel like that's a move that they could perform when they tag in each other. Like, oh, you know, quick tag. Oh, here comes the double power bomb, and the guy kicks out maybe most of the time. You know, I would have rather that to be what went down, and then maybe they did their finisher, which was like, you know, I don't even know. Maybe Luke gets on the top rope and he double axe handles the guy while Luke holds him, while Harper holds him, or Rowan holds him. Just Luke's the same guy. I mean, whatever. And he just like flips over and then like smashes on the ground and it looks crazy. I don't know. Maybe there's something else they could have done. Maybe they could have done a double Razor's Edge, but instead it was just to lift him up by the armpit, drop him on his back. There it is. Or, you know, like lift him up like they did, drop him down, and then both run off the ropes, and then like do like a double senton or something. Like, I don't know, something else. But I just thought it was very boring, that finisher that they had. But all right for the Bludgeon Brothers, I guess. Clearly going to be a squash type of match for Zack Ryder and a loss for them. And then we get AJ Styles coming out there, pumping up about the AJ Styles. I thought cut a better promo about Survivor Series than what Shane's opening shit was. And then pretty decent little exchange with Jinder Mahal, I guess. Although Jinder Mahal botched, I thought Jinder was live. I thought Jinder Mahal was live because he botched, and it just seemed like he was really reacting. If he wasn't live, it was very well taped, but well done and well taped. But I think it was live, that promo, that reaction. And then the Singh brothers attack AJ. And he's going to get them next week. You know, we've already seen this a bunch. Kind of getting sick of it. They maybe even go with something where he's got the Singh brothers and Mahal shows up next week out of nowhere like a thing. Jumps in the ring, hits AJ Styles with his own title belt, then holds up the belt like he's going to, you know, I'm going to win. And unfortunately for me, Clash of Champions is in Boston. And I'm going to see Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles. I was hoping maybe they'll be desperate Maybe they'll be so desperate we get fucking Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Maybe something crazy like that might happen. And nope, we are going to get Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles. If Jinder Mahal beats AJ Styles in Boston, I promise a riot.
Super chat.
I promise a fucking full-on riot.
Agreed. Finisher was lackluster. The two are perfect teammates for each other and was glad to see them back together.
Yeah, I agree. It was good to see them back together, and Rowan is just lost without Luke Harper. Conman, thanks. Conman167, what's up, man? How'd your stream go? Definitely lost without them. Wow, Corey Graves responded to Vince Russo. I'm surprised he hasn't responded to me because I said something more fucked up. Look at this.
Super chat party.
Rowan and Harper's outfit looked like a version of Kane's outfit. It's gotta be Kane.
Yeah, it looked like Kane and Daniel Bryan's colors, JP Baker. That's why I said they had a baby together. Thank you, JP Baker. Look at this. Wow. Russo said, guess the announcers aren't that excited about Jordan Strowman. Total no-sell. Hey, Corey, Pee Wee Herman called. He wants his suit back, tool. Well, I actually wrote below that. I said, it's less of Corey's fault and more of Michael Cole's fault. But I guess Corey responded, wow, it's amazing that the driving force behind the Attitude Era relies on the same insults as my 9-year-old. And then fucking Bubba Ray Dudley below with the goddamn, with the fucking Star Wars Death Star blowing up. Oh, man, I guess he's behind Corey Graves then. Don't think Corey really understands. No, it wasn't an insult at all. Pee Wee Herman really did wear the same suit 30 years ago. Looked this up, too. Nobody is a great Christian. That's why we all need God in our lives, because people started attacking him for being a Christian.
Super chat party.
Big Josh Hinkle is down here in the chat.
I'm glad Ruby Riott is on SmackDown Live. Love y'all.
Hey, Sarah Small, what's up? Good to see Ruby Riott called up here. Yeah, I agree, but just kind of concerned about all those women on the main roster at this point with the way the main roster is booked. You know, it should be a concern for anybody who gives a shit about all these women, because now somebody that they thought basically couldn't make it in NXT are now up on the main roster. So, good luck. Good luck. I was going through some more of the fight on Twitter between Corey and everybody here. And I blamed it more on Cole. Michael Cole myself. But really, the whole announce team is a joke right now. And I don't think it's anybody's fault. Nia Jackson nudes leak? No, they didn't. Get out of here. Put me in a... Somebody want... Nate from VA wants me in a reboot of NXT. I mean, of TNG. NXT, what the fuck am I talking about? Cream me up, Scotty, says Canadian Basement. I'll just... Cream me up, Scotty. That is maybe the best tweet of the day. Cream me up, Scotty. All right, let's get to some phone calls. Phone lines open before we go live on Patreon in a few. 661, what's up?
What's up, Joe? Do you think that Corbin's going to lose the title to Roode at Clash of Champions?
To Rusev?
No, to Roode, Bobby Roode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, if anything, Corbin keeps it and then moves on to somebody else, or Corbin keeps it and then Roode would win it the second time maybe. But, yeah, I don't think he's going to win it. Well, shit, I don't know. It's a tough one. He might, but you know what? I don't think so, though. But they may not even know yet at this point. They may be waiting to see how this goes over the next few weeks. But they also may feel that Roode needs something. So,
Dude.
Which he does need something. He needs to be heel.
Yeah, he needs to be healed. That's what I thought they were going to do tonight, because when Roode went up to him, I was like, I hope he joins Zayn and Owens.
Yeah, and I didn't even want that. Like, I want Bobby Roode to be like this big piece of crap, piece of garbage, and by himself, and just be like, you know, hey everybody, you all suck. but I'm glorious. You know, that type of stuff. That's what we want. I mean, but he just, instead he seems like half of himself. When you hear him cut a promo on Kevin and stuff, you realize, wow, this guy talks. And when he talks, I don't feel like he's a face talking. He feels like a heel all the time. And he's always felt like that. So,
you know why they're not going to give us to a heel? Because Vince doesn't want it.
Why do you think Vince doesn't want it?
Because when he's heel, it's great, and everyone that comes up to the main roster, he always has to change it or tweak something.
It is true though. Whenever an NXT person comes up and they don't come up heel, they end up being not doing so well. When people come up from the NXT roster as a heel, they tend to do fairly well. Everybody that's come up as a face has failed or been broken up or something has gone wrong. Not everybody, but many people. You know, I mean, even Finn Balor and stuff. You come up as a face, you just peter out and you start to go down the straight. Look at Finn Balor. I mean, I know there was an injury, but it's like bullshit. 804, you're live. What's up? 804? Hello. Joe, you really bring out the best of the best, don't you? What does that mean? Somebody sent this to me. What did Road Dogg? Road Dogg said I bring out the best of the best? What does that mean? What surprises can we expect tonight on SmackDown? Leave your guesses down below. I guess the guesses were bad because Road Dogg said, Joe, you really bring out the best of the best, don't you? Oh, people crapped all over it? Hey, I was nice. My comment was nice.
Well, that's what he's saying. You bring out the best. Like, not you, everyone else.
Guys, Road Dogg shit on all you guys. I said, what surprises can we expect tonight on SmackDown? Leave your guesses down below. And Road Dogg, you bring out the best of the best, don't you? That's damn right I do, Road Dogg. And you know something? That's the man that sits right next to Vince McMahon every Monday Night Raw and every pay-per-view. Road Dogg, sitting right next to Vince McMahon. He's there, and he talks to you guys, and he talks to me, and he talks to you. Got to give him credit. So don't be mean when you criticize Road Dogg. Just tell him that you care and you love Road Dogg, and pat him a little bit, and then just say, but I fell asleep tonight, and I didn't want to fall asleep tonight. I wanted to be excited
Shitbum!
But I fell asleep.
Liv Morgan, Paige, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Sarah Logan, or Ruby Riott. You got to fuck one, marry
God, here
one,
we go.
kill
Jesus.
one, kiss one, slap one, eat their ass. Go.
Oh my God, that's way too many things. I'd probably marry Liv. I'd lick Paige or something. Mandy Rose. I'd kiss her, I guess. I would slap Sonya Deville. I'd kill Sarah Logan. So there you go. I think that was everything. What? I think it was like something about licking her or something. Just seems like she might be the cleanest. She's been practicing, remember? But anyway, yeah, going back to this. So yeah, Road Dogg, fucking like, come on, man. Let's go. What did you guys say to him? What got said? What happened? Was it really bad? I guess it is bad. Oh my God! Here, let's go see what's going on here. Why did Road Dogg say that? Okay. We get Broken Cabretti, Josh. I will fall in a pit of Skypes if...
Give it a hell yeah!
Irish Ethan 83, what's up? Do you see Daniel Bryan heel turn coming? What did you think of 365? Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. I told you what I thought of 365 in my video about it. On my other YouTube channel, my real YouTube channel. Are you not subscribed to my real YouTube channel? YouTube.com/Joe Cronin Show. I did a 15-minute video on what I thought of 365, and I talked about some other WWE news. Go check it out, Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. It's up there. And I don't think Daniel Bryan's going to turn heel. He's going to leave with a send-off at some point early and then be gone and won't be able to wrestle for 3 months, and then he'll wrestle somewhere else. Been hearing rumors that Jinder is advertised for India tour as champion. Not happy, but Mr. Jinder Mahal will... I don't know. You bring out the best of the best, don't you? Jinder Mahal regaining the title. Shocker. No shit when that happens. I'm completely done with SmackDown. The most iconic duo. I don't know what that means. That's Peyton Royce and the other chick, right? Bludgeon Brothers debuts. So what is wrong with... I don't get what Road Dogg's upset about. This is all really, like, all right stuff. Maybe a new debut or championship match. Nothing really special. I think a debut or something. Nasty Boys return. None. Thanks for giving food fight because it always happened on SmackDown, but not on the right day. Probably how fast we'll all fall asleep. Carmella cash-in after Charlotte versus Natalya. Well, it's kind of what happened in a way. Something surprising did happen there. These people thought Peyton Royce was coming up. Rondo thought Peyton Royce was coming up. Jinder Mahal becomes champ again. I hope not. Peyton Royce and Billy Kay drew after the main event. Fucking Gobbledygooker is going to come out. Poor creative direction. Oh, wait. You said surprises. WWE title coming back home. Hopefully attacks Mahal. Oh, no. Drew McIntyre's injured for like 7 months. How could he attack Mahal? He's got a fucking torn bicep. Maybe this is what Road Dogg meant, and everybody's crazy, like, in this comments. Oh, my God. I hope tonight the WWE champ stays champ. Me too.
Party.
ADTR.
Joe, I like your ECW beanie. It's awesome.
Thanks, man. I've had this since 2006. It is the WWE one. It's not an original ECW one. I do have an original ECW one, but has a hole in it. And this was the ECW hat that came with a ECW One Night Stand DVD, I believe. So thank you, ADTR, for that. Shane gets fired and NXT people get called up. Iconic duo interferes in Charlotte. Sasha will go to SmackDown. Ascension win the tag titles. Just kidding. Peyton Royce, Billy Kay. All right, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe the Road Dogg was taking a shot at everybody for saying they're dumb. Maybe that's what that was. Joe, you really bring out the best of the best, don't you? Oh my God. I have to write something back to him. I don't know what to say.
Super Chat Party.
Hype bros, they don't get squashed, they stay squashed.
Yeah, hype bros, they don't get squashed, they stay squashed. Kalel Bama, what's up, Kalel? Kalel Bama. Thank you, Kalel Bama, for supporting the show. Kalel, you're the man. I'm going to bring up a Brock Lesnar quote. Can I bring up a Brock Lesnar quote? I'm the best and the beast. Oh man, this is entertaining me way too much. I have problems. I expected better, bro. Someone said to Road Dogg. Holy shit. At least we're not getting in a fight with Corey Graves like Russo is. I've seen Corey Graves a lot, too. I don't know why. I always run into Corey Graves everywhere. It'd be awkward if he hated me, because then it would be like... It'd be bullshit, though, if Corey Graves hated me, because I pulled for Corey Graves like a fucking maniac. You can go back on my show, back to 2000, I think it was 13, when I was saying, like, I love this guy's look and style in the ring. Like, it's a very different look. It's a different thing. And then he gets injured, and then I'm like mad for him. And I'm like, can they do something else with him? Like, this guy, I can't believe his career's over. And then he gets the announcing thing, and then he was great. And it was like, wow, this guy's going to be like the next heel announcer. This is great. He's so good. I'm actually kind of mad because I always thought maybe I could get in there. But this guy's doing it great. I don't need to do anything. No one's going to be better than this. But then he just got worse and worse, and now in the main roster, it's like he's a fucking, I don't know what he is. Like, it's weird. Sometimes he's funny. Sometimes he's great. Sometimes he's confusing and horrible. And he's never horrible, but it's just like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't all link up together. Where did I leave on my SmackDown review? Let me see. Maybe blur. I'm like Tommy NC right now. I'm like, SmackDown Women's title match, Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. Natalya wins, but by DQ because of what happened with the other women showing up. And then we're already at the handicap lumberjack match. It felt like a 2.5-hour show. It felt like a 2.5-hour show, but yet not a lot happened. Handicap lumberjack match, don't really give a damn. The New Day versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. and wasted my time, only for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win when a breakdown happens with the Lumberjacks, which was something that I definitely thought of right away could happen. That, well, they can't get anybody to be on their side, so there's going to be your classic Lumberjacks can't fucking handle it out there together. Too much ego around the ring. So that classic thing happens. And then Daniel Bryan in the back, like, please don't fire us. It didn't really make Owens look like a sniveling, dastardly bad guy. You want Kevin Owens to almost be like Samoa Joe. Almost. Like, not quite, but almost. Because Kevin Owens is kill, Steen, kill, and fight, Owens, fight. And he's just like almost MMA, like, sick. Because he doesn't have the physical body presence. But he's nasty. But the more Kevin Owens exists in WWE, at least right now, the more he becomes a sniveling, just snaky, weak heel. And I get that maybe that's a conscious decision by WWE, because it wasn't that long ago that I was listening to Kevin Owens, and I was listening to Vince Russo, rather. And let me tell you something, bro. Kevin Owens gets cheered by the audience. He's doing something wrong, bro. And you know, maybe that's what they thought. Maybe they thought, well, you know, Owens is getting cheered. He's supposed to be this heel. The only way we can make Owens really hated is if we make him this pussy-footed, sniveling snake ass. You know what I mean? But I don't like it.
I'm gonna kill Paige. She looks just as bad as Chester the Clown.
Oh, God.
Fuck Ruby Riott cause she's fucking gorgeous and Mary Liv. Also, the Bludgeon Brothers is a rip-off of the Hammer Bros from Super Mario 3.
Yeah, the Super Mario 3, that's what Aaliyah was saying the whole night. It's the Smash Brothers, baby. Here they are. The lovely lady of the evening. Hey, you guys can still Skype with, what? You can still Skype with, did Nia Jax's nudes really leak? That's got to be a joke, right? Kamala's in hospital still, which is sad. He's on life support. That's a guy, he lost his legs, I think, not that long ago. He's in a wheelchair, and now he's on life support. That's very sad to hear. So I'm sorry to hear that. It's confirmed that Hideo Itami has arrived on 205 Live. Hideo Itami essentially taking the spot of Mighty Mouse himself. Hideo Itami coming soon, a vignette. We all knew it was coming, but now they're telling us it's coming, and it's coming soon. So, Adrian Neville, you've been replaced, brother. You've been replaced, bro. Let me play Shell's donation here, because she donated $150 this morning when obviously I wasn't live, and I just said, well, you know, we gotta play that shit. We'll play a test donation. So whenever you donate $150 or more, this donation plays. And the reason I created it was because we had a couple people every Friday night on Monetize This and some of my other shows who decided they wanted to drop $150 or $180 or $200 or $300, and because of that, I figured we had to have another donation for people that went that crazy. And so here it is. Enjoy. Unless you saw it on Monetize This already, you know what it is.
Version of monetize that.
Shell.
I'm kinda fat, monetize that. You can monetize that. I'm kinda fat. Tommy NC, buy me a mask. Tommy NC, I'm kinda fat, monetize that. Buy me a mask, buy me a mask, buy me a mask. Do you have $150? Buy me a mask. Would you please buy me a mask? Buy me a mask. I can ask. Buy me a mask from Tommy NC, and I'm gonna fat. Monetize that. Buy me a mask. 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 Some pyroclastic flow. I don't like blacks. Pyroclastic flow. I don't like blacks. Ask me that. Ask me this. Monetize that. Monetize that. Can I get a mask from Tommy NC? I'm fat. Can I get a mask? Can I get a mask? Can I get a mask? I want a mask. Can I ask? Can I get a mask?
This is a test donation for $1.
Thank you very much to Shell. That was from Shell. $150 this morning. Of course, it's a test donation, so it came up as $46, but it was because of $150 or more that comes up. So thank you, Shell. That's a huge donation. Funding the show tonight, pretty much. And thank you to everybody who's been donating tonight, like Kalel Bama, Online Persona, and of course, looks like John didn't really donate $46. Guys, follow me on Twitter at Joe Cronin, at Real Joe Cronin. Last night, Tommy NC called in, and he had a story about his cats. If you missed it, this is very interesting. Going
Seems
through
to be a
some
comment.
shit, and you don't want to miss it. This is a couple. Look at this. Going through shit right now, but you know, Haskell, man, save that money based on what I heard. But thank you. That's something to still be thrown in my way.
Freeway jokes.
Thought I was being haunted for a second. I heard a ghost.
I'm sorry. Don't want to upset the
Why the fuck does he laugh like that?
established order.
All right. Well, what do you got, Tommy?
I thought, I agree with you, Joe, that Raw was just boring. The ending was nice. I thought it was cool. Reigns won the title. But just all through tonight, I was just bored. Honestly, I was just like, I multitask when I watch Raw. I watch other things, and like I was watching Relic the Clown tonight while I was watching Raw, and I went back and forth. But I was more entertained by that than watching Raw tonight. But I agree with you. Raw sucked tonight.
I'd be more entertained by anything than Raw, basically. Yeah, it's not hard. I'd rather watch watch a guy try to hump a cat than watch Raw for the most part. Here it comes. I know you've done that, baby.
No, I have not. I actually have 2 cats.
I knew it.
Well, no, I would never do that to an animal. I do not do that kind of shit.
Because you don't, I don't know.
Poor Sniffles.
No, actually, Candy and Spooky are their names.
Oh.
Well, we had Poppy, Candy, and Spooky. That was and then Poppy got killed by a hailstone, and now it's just Candy.
A hailstone, Tommy?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's not something to laugh at, but I've never heard that in my life. Wow.
The hailstones were about the size of golf balls, and they came down, and Poppy ran out. The dumb cat ran out into the hailstorm. And a couple years later, we were digging out a storm drain, and we found a cat skull in the storm drain. Poor Poppy.
Poor Poppy. Jesus.
Why is he calling the cat Poppy? I'm confused. Did I miss something, guys? He said the cat's name were Spooky and Candy, and now he's saying poor Poppy. The fuck is Poppy?
Oh, no, you know.
I'm glad my cat's death is humorous to you, Joe.
Oh, you fucking... Oh, I can't do this, no. Skull fuck the cat.
Oh, my God. I don't get it. Why'd the cat's name change? Okay, I'm all right. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be all right. Why'd the cat's name change? I don't get it. He was literally saying the cat's name were Spooky and Candy, and then all of a sudden the cat's name became Poppy or Pappy or Poppy. I swear to God, he's lying about this too. Like there was no cat that killed in a hailstorm, and they found its skull 2 years later in a storm drain. Especially when you called your cat Candy and Spooky, but then all of a sudden he was saying poor Poppy. Like he couldn't remember the fake names he brought up. What the fuck? Oh, Jacob says the cat that died was Poppy, but he has 2 cats that are alive. Spooky and Candy. Okay. He made it sound like in that story, though, that one of those cats died. Like, legit. His older cat that died was named Poppy. Okay, all right, okay. I get it. I'm sorry, Tommy. I get it now. Okay. Jesus. Like, did I miss something? Like, what the fuck? Sorry. All right, it's true. Then it happened. I'm sorry about your cat too. That's awful. Like, my turtle died. Like, and I was broken up about it. I can't imagine a cat.
Super Chat Party.
Killed by a golf ball icicle.
Love Joe Smackdown was okay, not great. Love AJ.
Well, Sarah, I know you love that AJ Styles. Sarah Small, baby. If she ever gets her hands on AJ Styles, she's gonna bathe in a bathtub of his cum, like some girl said about Finn Balor on Twitter the other day. Well, you know something, Sarah Small? You know I am the champ that runs the camp, Sarah Small. So, Sarah, if you want to climb on AJ Styles' cock, you want to climb on the phenomenal cock of AJ Styles, then go ahead, Sarah. Because I am the champ that runs the camp.
This is a test donation from God.
D-Moon becoming a $5 shitbum. Thank you, D-Moon. I really appreciate that donation, D-Moon, you beast of a motherfucking man. One last time, guys. I'm going to say it to you. I'm going to give SmackDown tonight, unfortunately for SmackDown, a 3 out of 10, which is one of my really bad reviews of SmackDown tonight. I mean, coming off of a Survivor Series, they had nothing to really build on, so the first time's always tough. I'll give them that, but you know what? You can do better than this, and based off of the ideas that I just gave you guys at the top of this show and that I have still in my head right now, you could have made this show from a 3 at least to a 5 or a 6, if, you know. But you should be striving for a 10 every time. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Striving for a 10 every time. Well, if you don't hit a 10 and you get a 6 or a 7 or an 8, you're going to make more money than if you settle for these type of builds. They're going to land you in a 2, 3, 4 area. The new Cronin Club t-shirt available now on Teespring. Put that link in there for you guys. And you get 15% off if you're on Patreon. Use the link. If you're a patron, go on your Patreon app or on the website. Either one, on your phone or on the website. Use the link I provided for the Cronin Club t-shirt. And it will take you with the 15% off so that you will get that savings. It's only $1 to become a patron a month. And you'd get that savings. So you could sign up on Patreon for $1. You could cancel it if you wanted. And you could save $5 on the t-shirt, even if you've never been on Patreon before. It's easy. Cancel any time on Patreon, but why would you? Because there's 30 hours of bonus content a month on Patreon. 30 hours of bonus content a month on Patreon. It's fucking crazy. Get over there. It's Cronin Club. The sweatshirt's available. You can wear this sweatshirt with no panties and no pants. You can get the Cronin Club sticker even if you want to. And you can get the women's Cronin Club t-shirt. Squeeze your boobies with my name on top of them. And think about me on top of you. And then, of course, the regular Joe Cronin Show shirt for you men. And hey, you might be gay. If you're a gay man, think about the shirt on top of your privates. I don't care.
Chat Party.
Joe, I want some perfect 10 Tye Dillinger are cool.
Oh, Sarah, what's up? Oh, man, I love the perfect 10 Tye Dillinger. Tye Dillinger. Man, I love Tye Dillinger, man. I love that shit. Oh. All right, I'm sorry. All right, guys, I am going live right now over on Patreon in just about, I don't know, like 5 minutes. Let me get the feed up, get it on there on Patreon. And I'm going to go live, and I'm going to talk more about SmackDown. We're going to do some Twitter battling tonight. I'm going to do some fucked up shit on Twitter tonight, I think. I don't want to get banned, but I'm going to be a little weird. Let's do that. We're going to talk Twitter. We're going to take all your questions, every single question you guys have to ask me. There it is below, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Shout out to the largest donations ever this year by D-Moon, Shell, and Schleppy. No, I'm sorry, it was D-Moon, Schleppy, and fucking the Goon. Special shout out to Shell, though, and Brian Himmelfarb, and a couple other people that will get monetize this on Friday night. Let me hit up Tony before we get out of here real quick. Yo, Tony!
Joe, man, what's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, it could be better, though, coming off one crappy weekend, though, but glad to see you on the show.
Yeah, it was it was crappy. I don't know, like, it was a blah weekend for everything. I thought War Games was all right, and I thought Survivor Series was like kind of blah, but all right enough. It wasn't the worst pay-per-view of the year. I'd put it somewhere in the middle of the road. I know some other people have said it's the best one of the year. I don't think so. I think there was a couple that were better. I think Great Balls of Fire, I might have maybe liked that better even, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, as a little response to Tommy from last night claiming something on Roman Reigns, dude, Roman Reigns is a flippin' joke. All he does is bury talent over and over and over again. And Tommy thinks Roman Reigns is a great wrestler. They deserve each other in the bedroom.
Yeah, he loves Roman. He was saying Roman was the best wrestler. Thank you, Tony. Guys, I want to remind you that tomorrow night we're doing a special help us try to go beast fucking mode on Twitch. Okay, we're going to try to partner up with Twitch again. I'm going to try one last time, and I'm going to go fucking insane on it. Tomorrow night, out of nowhere, will emanate from Twitch, twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. So, tomorrow night at about 11 p.m., we'll see you on twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. So be there for out of nowhere, me and Jake DeMarco, and hopefully Connor will be there as well. And Tony, sorry I lost your call, man. Call back tomorrow night on Out of Nowhere. We're gonna try to take a lot of calls tomorrow night, and we're gonna try to do it right. And right now I'm going live on Patreon, so we'll do your questions. We'll do some weird shit on Twitter. I'm gonna tell you guys some behind the scenes shit, and I'm gonna shoot on a couple of cocksuckers on YouTube that I think suck dick. We'll talk about them as well. And I will see you guys in just a few minutes if you're a patron. Otherwise, the rest of you guys, I'll have some wrestling news videos either tonight or tomorrow. Something, there's a lot of shit going on now, so I may make a video in the morning as well, because there's a couple things I want to talk about. If you miss my videos on my other channel, remember we have to go live on Corrupted here on this channel until December 18th, but my real YouTube channel is youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show, and that's where I put up the video on the 365 with Kevin Owens, what I thought about it, and some other things that are going on. That video is up there. I noticed a few of you asked me about it, but I already made a video on it, so I guess it didn't get pushed out, and it only has 1,000 views, so that tells me that it's not getting pushed out to people or something. So make sure you click the bell on the channel and you're subscribed to Joe Cronin Show, because I don't know why people are missing it otherwise, and that you check my channel every day. Usually almost every day I put a video up, I would think. I also have an app called Hear Me Out. If you download an app called Hear Me Out, I leave voice messages on it a lot. And when I say a voice message, it actually alerts you right away to your phone usually with push notifications. So if you didn't get the YouTube notification, sometimes I'm like, hey, I just uploaded a YouTube video, motherfucker. And then you're like, ding, what the fuck is this? It's a voice message from Joe Cronin. And you click it and it plays my voice message. The name of the app is called Hear Me Out. You can download that app and look for Joe Cronin Show. And yeah, that's another way to get notified other than keeping an eye on my Twitter account as well. So, because YouTube sucks and they hate me and they demonetize everything and they want to take my kids from me and stuff. I don't know. They don't really want to do that. I just made that up because sympathy's fun. But seriously, love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I will see you on Patreon. Where the fuck is my outro music?
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but
Gonna steal your daughter at the mall.